Chetta has finished Jonathan, rendered Jonathan useless. Not just finishing Jonathan, Chetta also double played Emeka and Debbie. Guys, it's about to go messy. It's about to be wasbos everywhere. See what happened today. You don't want to miss it for anything. Do not forget that the only thing you can do for us to keep bringing out more episodes is to like our video, subscribe to our channel, and drop a comment. I cannot wait to share with you guys the wasbos that have happened in today's episode. Stay tuned. Let me take you through as it hot. So guys, here Jonathan and the new wife on the bed. We are, talking to each other how they are going to be, very soon they are going to be rich, how they are going to pepper their enemies, pepper their friends, show them that Big Joe has arrived. And Chetta was like, especially that your friend Kennedy. And Big Joe said, forget about that one. I'm going to show them the stuff I'm made of. Big Joe, this, that. They were just there talking. Guys, as they were still talking, behold, a call came in, and guess what? It was the people that Chetta was working with in the disguise of business partners that they have sent money and the ship is coming. The guy now called and was telling Chetta, oh, Fomina sent, a brother sent. Hey, ma'am, they put the call on speak out. How are you? She said, fine. She said she called to tell her about the goose, that the goose is ready and is about to be shipped to Nigeria. So Chetta was asking her, like, when are we going to see the goods will arrive in Nigeria? The person said maybe 3 weeks time, and they were so happy. And the man was telling Chetta, you are going to make a lot of profit. You are going to be so rich. I wish you had enough money. You would have been 7 times richer. And Chetta was like, how do you mean 7 times richer? This was already what she and the man planned. And the man said, I wish you invested like 50 million naira. You would have made 7 times double of what you are supposed to get. And Jonathan's head, immediately Jonathan's hair was standing up. And Chetta was like, do you want to kill me? Where do you want me to get that type of money? And that was when Jonathan started telling Chetta, tell him that we can raise the money. We can raise the money. The target was the land. The landed property that Emeka told Chetta that Jonathan has. So Chetta now told the man that give me some time. Let me roll around and get the money. I will get back to you. And after that, Jonathan was now telling Chetta that I have a land that my father left for me, and the land is over 50 million naira. We can sell the land and raise the money and send to the man. And Chetta was like, are you sure, my love? He said, yes. That's how Chetta now carried Jonathan's land, though. Guys, after that, Chetta was downstairs. Immediately Oga Jonathan that want to make 7 times profit. Now, Chetta was sitting downstairs. Jonathan now brought the document and handed it over Chetta, telling Chetta, this is the landed document. I want everything to work immediately. And Chetta was like, thank you, Mike. And Jonathan was like, I just want everything. Carry it and start going to those people that give you money. In fact, Jonathan has a fish brain, chicken brain. I don't know where to place Jonathan. Guys, after that, Chetta now carried immediately and went to meet Emeka and Debbie. Don't forget to Chetta is also playing Emeka and Debbie. Hey God, a lot has happened. Stay tuned because I'm going to be sharing a lot with you. So she brought the documents with them, and Emeka was just appreciating Chetta. You have really done well. You have, you made this work easy. And Chetta was telling Emeka, you people outside are the one that made the work easy, you people we have done well for ourselves. And Emeka was like, your work is almost over. And Chetta was like, I thought the work is over. I thought we are done after this land. And Debbie said, me also, I thought that by now the work is over. Emeka now said, no, I want Jonathan to run mad. I don't want to leave him like that. I want him to run mad. You know that Benny is the only thing he has now. We are going to get Benny out of his life. That will make Jonathan run mad. And guys, all of them agreed. According to Debbie, I dislike that Benny, that little brat, and the same thing with Chetta that all of them cannot wait to see Benny suffer this and that. So they agreed they are going to do it. After that now, Emeka went to carry out the action. Benny was at home alone. When somebody knocked on the door, she went and opened it. It was Emeka. She greeted. Emeka asked, "Where is your daddy?" She said, "My daddy is not around." "Where is the Chetta?" She said, "Yeah, she's not around." That was how Emeka now asked the girl, "So you are the only person at home?" The girl said yes. That time, the girl already started suspecting. Emeka now said, "Wow, that means everything is working well." Benny was like, "What do you mean?" Emeka now said, "I'm here to keep you company." And Benny said, "I don't need your company, Oga, I'm fine." And Emeka now told Benny that, "Don't worry, I'm going to give you anything you want. Try to come and touch this girl in a non-proper way." And Benny was like, "Don't even try. Don't come close to me. You don't try such with me." And he was still coming, trying to convince the girl. He thought that Benny is the chicken fowl person that he's dealing with called Jonathan. As he was still trying to come close the girl used her leg to finish his ball, pushed him down, he fell, and she picked a bottle of wine, smashed it on his head, and she ran outside. On running outside, behold, the dad was coming in, and the dad was, "What is it?" This girl explained everything to dad. "Your friend Emeka came and was trying to molest me." And do you know that the dad said, "How can you say that about Emeka, my friend? He cannot do that." And Benny was like, "He is inside." That was when the father said, "Okay, let's go inside." Only for the father to go inside. Do you know that chicken Jonathan with chicken brain was siding Emeka against the daughter? Emeka started lying immediately, telling Jonathan, "This your daughter. You need to do something about this your daughter. I came here and your daughter was trying to seduce me." Benny was like, "What? Why would you lie like this?" Do you know that Jonathan actually believed Emeka against the daughter? I'm like, what? And then Emeka was now trying to push Jonathan. "So this is the only thing you can do. Do something to her. Do something to her. If not, our friendship is over." And Emeka left. Only for Benny to angrily go to her room, and Jonathan went there and was like, "This girl, what have you not done? How can you do this? So now you want to graduate to sleeping with my friends?" And Benny was like, "What kind of a useless father are you? In fact, I'm disappointed to call you father. You believe somebody against your own daughter." And Jonathan said, "Yes, because there's nothing you cannot do, and I trust Emeka, my friend. He cannot do such a thing." Both of them got into a serious argument. Jonathan wanted to slap the girl. The girl pushed the hand and told the dad, "Don't try it. Don't ever try it again. I'm disappointed to call you my father. And for your information, this house is my house. Mind how you mess around, because anything you do, you will be out of this house." And Jonathan was like, "You are threatening me in my house." The girl said, "No, Oga, the house is in my name. If you don't mind yourself, you will see yourself outside." Now this is beginning to make sense. Maybe Benny knows that the document they took from her is fake. So in their head, they might be feeling like, we have collected, not knowing that Benny still have, or the mother still have, the original document, because they know the people they are working with. It's going to play out very smoothly and, bad for them. Let's continue. Then Benny decided to take a walk out of the house to go cool her hair. She was leaving the compound. Behold, Auntie where Wicked was coming in, Chetta was coming in, and Benny just pushed her and left. And Chetta was just looking at her like, what is going on? When Chetta went inside, she had taken her shower, and Jonathan has already gisted her what happened. And that was when Chetta was now telling Jonathan, "My king, so you mean to tell me that Benny tried to seduce Emeka?" And do you know that Chetta now started advising Jonathan that, "I think it's the right time you send this girl out of this house. You have to send her. This girl is going to put you into trouble. Imagine if this girl, by the Emeka, the police will come here and they will blame on you. They will not even agree that this little girl is the one that did it. You will rot in jail. You need to send her out of this house." And Jonathan was like, "Do you even hear yourself? Does it make sense? My flesh and blood, I should send her out of this house." And And Chetta now said, yes, you have to send her out of this house because the girl is going to put you into trouble. But Jonathan said, I cannot send my daughter. I know she's stubborn. I know she can do a lot of things, but I cannot send her. And that was when Chetta now said, if you don't do it, I will do it. I will send her out of this house. So guys, after that, Jonathan now went to meet with his friend Kennedy and what's the name? Emeka, with Emeka's broken head. And Jonathan came there to apologize to Emeka. And Kennedy was like, do you even have sense? Because Emeka was telling Jonathan that you need to send this girl out of your house, out of your life. You don't need this girl. That was when Kennedy now started talking to Jonathan. Jonathan, are you okay? Somebody went to your house to do something to your daughter and you are believing that person against your own daughter. In fact, that person is actually advising you to send your own daughter out of the house and you are concurring with that person. Are you okay? And Emeka went ahead to tell Jonathan, can't you see what this guy is doing to you? This guy is the reason why you chased your first wife out of your house. You chased your sister-in-law. You're about to chase your daughter. And Jonathan was like, it's a lie. If he's not behind anything. Clara left because she has a olosho in her eye. My sister-in-law stole and she was chased out of the house. Now my daughter is doing her own thing. So Emeka has nothing to do with anything. I'm like, Jonathan, are you okay? Do you know that later Jonathan now agreed with Emeka that I am going to chase that girl out of my house because she has done a lot and there is nothing she cannot do. That was when Kennedy now told Jonathan, try it and see what I will do to you. And Jonathan was like, what will you do, Oga? What can you do? And Kennedy now told Jonathan, I'm going to take that girl, if you try it, to human rights. They are going to come after you. Make sure you are not seen anywhere close to her or that house. I'm going to make sure I use human rights to finish you against that girl. And immediately he dropped his statement. He just slept. Why both of them stood there looking as itiboribo finishmen. Back to Jonathan's house. Auntie Chetta is doing her own thing. Meanwhile, Emeka and Debbie are thinking they are working with Chetta. Chetta is outsmarting them with the document that she claims is the original document. Hey God. Chetta invited the agent. She already gotten a buyer to come and buy the house. Meanwhile, Emeka is still with the document looking for a buyer. So the buyer and the buyer's barrister came to inspect the house and they were just looking around the house. They checked the house and after that, the buyer said, I like the house and I'm going to make payments immediately, like tomorrow. After that, Chetta was so happy. As they were leaving the house, Jonathan was coming in. And Jonathan stood in his compound and was like, who are these men? I've never seen them. Why are they leaving my house? When Jonathan now got inside the house, Jonathan was asking the wife, who are these people? Why are they in the house? And Chetta, that was already with wine and glass cup to celebrate, now started manipulating Jonathan, lying. Oh, my king, these are agents that are handling our goods. They came to the house to see me. They said they need to see me since we'll be doing business now and in the future. And Jonathan was, well, wow, but why didn't you tell me so that we can meet them together? And Chetta was like, they didn't even tell me. I was just here. They had a knock. I opened, it was them. They started introducing themselves. And I was wondering, where did they get my address? They said I already filled it in the business form. That's why they decided to come and pay me a visit. He finally manipulated Jonathan. And Jonathan now asked her, when are we expecting the goods back in Nigeria? She now said 1 month. Meanwhile, she has said 3 weeks and 2 weeks has passed. And Jonathan was like, is everything okay? You said 3 weeks and we are just waiting for more 1 week. Why are you saying 1 month? She now said, no, we canceled the initial proposal business because we added money now so that you can make 7 times profit. That's why it is not going to take 1 month. And she finally manipulated Jonathan. Jonathan was, oh, sorry, Jonathan can never think with his brain. Why? Who do Jonathan this type of thing? Jonathan can never think with his brain. After that, Chetta took Jonathan inside the bedroom to make the everything look so real and was just forming that she's scared. My king, you know that very soon money will start flowing. I hope you will not change. I hope you will not stop loving me. I hope the way we love all these things. And Jonathan said, I promise you, is it after everything you did for me? Nothing is going to stop me from loving you. Nothing after that. You know, she needs to make it look more real. She won Jonathan again. Everybody must always use Jonathan brain, and Jonathan started rolling on the bed, loving, doing everything in assurance that nothing will happen. So guys, after that, Chetta now carried the landed property that she has given to Debbie. Meanwhile, she gave them the one she considered fake, the fake one, because that one is actually original, because that one is the one Jonathan has. Chetta now called a buyer to come and inspect the land, and an agent, and the agent afterwards, you know, brought her to the land, tracked the land, and Chetta was so happy, asking the agent, how much do you think this land will cost? The agent said 100 million naira, and the agent said, I have a buyer already. Chetta was like, what, already? And the person said, yes, I already spoken with the buyer. And Chetta now said, how soon can the person pay? I think the person said tomorrow. Chetta has sold the land. Meanwhile, Debbie and what's the name, Emeka, still believe they are working with Chetta. This one is, you are duping me, and the person that you are duping is also I cannot wait, guys. I cannot just wait. So guys, after that, Debbie and Emeka now met together and was talking about, Debbie was telling Emeka that this thing is taking time, with selling these properties is taking time. Emeka said that he has brought buyers, but you know, he's waiting for them to, you know, do payment and do everything. And Debbie said, I think the price you made on that thing is too much. You need to bring it down. But according to Emeka, you know that we are going to share it into 3. So they are keeping to their own agreement. Meanwhile, the person they are working with has already sold the land, has already finished the land. And Debbie was like, Chetta is complaining. You know, she's the one in that marriage. We're outside. We have our freedom. She needs to come out and be free. And Emeka was like, please stop saying it. Chetta. When did she even join us? She needs to calm down. Don't worry. Very soon we are going to sell that. Selling properties these days is not actually easy. But Debbie was insisting that you are becoming greedy. You need to bring down the money so that people can buy you off the property that Chetta has sold and collected money. And according to Chetta, it is her time to shine. After that, what's the name? Emeka picked buyer. Is it buyer agent to go and see the land that he's already sold? And guys, that was when today's episode ended. Now, are they going to be in the land, and the owner of the land that have gotten the land from Chetta will now come and break their leg? That is when they are going to now realize that the land has already been sold, and there will be wasmos between Chetta, Debbie, and Emeka, and that will lead to exposing everything. And maybe they will now realize, because according to them, when they were signing documents, yes, I forgot to mention that place, the lawyer said about the is this the original? The way the man just said, and he did not really check it well. Maybe as they are still doing the wasmos, the person that bought the land, the house, will now realize that this is a fake document to come and look for them. In fact, it's going to be so messy. It's going to be so bad. But one thing I know is that, you see, in this thing, Benny knows what she's doing. Just relax, because it's about to go down. I cannot wait to see Jonathan finish and destroy himself while Clara come take the daughter and leave Nigeria. Guys, what do you think about today's episode? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Like and subscribe, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Let's wait and see how Emeka and Debbie and Emeka will realize when they will react when they realize that Chetta has actually fooled them, used them, and dumped them. How will they react? Leave it in the comment section. Thank you. Like, subscribe. I will see you in the next one. For now, bye.